Street Fighter League Season 3 continues. This is week 8 of the preseason, and things are about to get interesting once again. I'm Tasty Steve, joined by my bro,
Vicious.
and we're about to get into this undercard battle. But before we do, let's talk a little bit about the two players involved.
Yes, please.
Let's start with Travis Styles. Travis Styles is an Australian player. I've met him multiple times, and these two have met multiple times, but he's a Balrog player. Pretty well traveled as well. I've seen him at an Evo or two.
Okay.
How do you think he's going to do in this matchup, being, a down back heavy kind of Balrog player? Plays a lot more reserved than, say, a Smug, right? But he definitely has the chops to, play sturdy enough to go far in this matchup. What are your thoughts?
Without a doubt in my mind, I know that he's going to be comfortable with Somniac, but as to the matchup, if you bring it to paper, Balrog versus Bison, I don't think he's going to have that hard of a time, to be honest. I think he's going to be just fine. I mean, Bison, he's getting more and more developed by some of the best players in the world, right? But I think it's at this point, it's as a Balrog player, if you stuck to your guns for the entire time, it's all right, I've developed how to play against this matchup too. So to be honest with you, Travis Styles, I've seen the name a handful of times, but there's no amount of homework I could possibly do to really see how he's going to perform in this current state of Street Fighter V.
But before we start talking about Somniac, let's get a few words from Travis Styles.
Yeah, so today I'm playing against Somniac from Melbourne. I'd say me and him are the number 1 and number 2 in Australia right now. It's been that way for a year and a bit. We always end up facing each other in the online tourney, grand finals and stuff. I do usually win, so I am expecting to win today and be in that press team interview. But it should be an interesting match. We're very turtly, so a lot of our matches end up in timeout. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but yeah, there could be some timeouts.
Travis Styles giving you guys a little lore on these guys meeting up a lot. Him and Somniac have definitely played each other enough. We've talked about that. We've touched on that. I've seen them play personally. There have been multiple instances in which, things were on the line. An Evo trip has been on the line in some instances.
The last event that they participated in together was the online event for Australia for CPTO. Somniac actually lost to Travis Styles. Travis got first and Somniac got second. So currently Travis is in the lead, but that's not to take away from Somniac.
I'm really happy that he's getting a chance to showcase his abilities on the Street Fighter League stage. Personally, these are some of the best things that can happen, because Street Fighter League for me is definitely a big thing, and I love what it's becoming. Getting that international pool for a lot of these players is amazing, and we are talking about Travis Styles versus Somniac, which will be a best of 7. That means the first of 4 wins. These last few postseason or preseason weeks have been amazing when it comes to the matchups we've seen, and I want to look and hear what Somniac has to say.
So today I play against Travis Styles, and we've gone pretty close matches over the years, but traditionally I've lost. He's got my number. It generally comes down to the last game, last match, but he finds a way to get it away from me. So I'm looking forward to taking him out today. To beat Travis, I think we're both going to play really lame, and then with some really explosive parts. So it's going to be a lot of just feeling each other out, and then when the moment hits, we're going to strike hard and fast and kill the other guy.
Somniac playing more to that lore of understanding that these guys have definitely played a lot and seen a lot of each other's play styles, whether it be, in a tournament, in an exhibition, to see who's going to help out in a charity event. But here we go. Let's get it started. We're going to have Travis Styles going up against Somniac. I believe it's Dark Side of Somniac, if I'm not mistaken. That's a sick team name. Oh, wow.
Dang.
The Legend Bison. All right, okay.
I was definitely looking at these points. Good amount of points. Somniac versus Travis Styles. Bison versus Balrog. I feel like this could go either way. On paper, I don't think it's too bad for either player, and that's just my opinion, though.
No, in all honesty, I feel like it's good that these guys are pretty neck and neck when it comes to victories over each other in a tournament setting, because you're right. I feel like it can go either way. It's more about understanding how the other person wants to play at this point, and they have counter picking options where it's like, well, you like to do this. This is a tendency you have. Let me do this. Like right there, that backdash to get out of the scissors range is another example of being aware. Yo, Travis being a lot more aggressive than usual. He's typically more of a down back player.
Yeah, yeah. He was waiting for his time to get these. Okay, so when he loses momentum and he doesn't have like the buttons in range, he'll back off a little bit to see and react what Somniac's gonna do in the overhead.
God, that was
This
deep.
is the kind of explosion I like to see from Balrog players. As soon as they get the knockdown, then they get the mix. What a crouch jab. Okay, he knew that the trigger is something Somniac's looking forward to spending. There it is. The activation route off the sweep.
Activate. Go straight into that trigger 2. V skill 1, trigger 2 on the side of Balrog. Defense looking solid. Dash punch to keep him honest.
Ooh.
A walk up, dirty bull.
Do it again. Do it again. He's not gonna block it. He's not gonna jump out of it.
Ooh. Okay. Psycho Crusher.
Lost frames on that. You already know.
Dash up. Good
You
bag
tried.
dash. That was good. That was a great bag dash.
That could have been big danger for the likes of Travis Styles. Had that connected, it would have been enough to kind of create that ambiguous setup as well. I mean, you have to wait a couple of seconds, but at the same time, it's like then you're forcing him to block. You might let it explode off of a block string for a frame trap. There's so many instances where it could have gone to Somniac's way, but Travis Styles hanging in there, getting the first round.
Yeah, now that I'm
Ooh!
looking at this, I definitely
That
have
was
not seen
nice.
them play since, you know, they've added extra V triggers. That's crazy. Or V skills, I should say.
Both.
Block on the EX scissors.
Yo, you still contested that with the target
That
combo?
dude is crazy. That has to be like some player-specific stuff, because you definitely don't want to swing a Psycho Axe. Activate after block sweep. Quick back dash to Travis Styles. Still in trouble though. Back to the corner we go. Somniac with control of the screen.
Ugh.
Psycho Axe to get the knockdown. Oh, the neutral
What a
jump.
Jump back. Nice work from Travis.
You
Getting
mess with the
knockdown
bull, you
after
get the
command
horn.
grab.
Oh, that was good. That standing heavy punch.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
that was
wow.
on the other side. Great blocks from Travis. Okay, this is kind of dangerous for Somniac.
You
That's
messed
exactly
with the
why he
bull,
still
you
had
get the
trigger
horns.
on deck. And he tempted him. He's like, go ahead, press this button. Push the button.
Press the button, come on. No, you were definitely right. I know you talked about like walk up, do it again. He's not gonna, that's 100% right. I mean, it worked out too. And it's odd because I feel like Somniac's been very active in the neutral, but I feel like that plays more to the fact that they get called out on it. So they're playing like a move or a step or two ahead to make sure that the other person's not ready for the counterattack. So that's really smart. And that's what happens when you play your friends, right?
Yeah. And you mentioned, you preface this with saying Travis Styles is more of like a down back kind of Balrog, but if it's against somebody you've been training with for years, it's like that offensive nature of yours is going to come out because you already know the reads, you have the information, and you know how the character plays. So it's very, very great to see this kind of aggression early from Travis Styles because then it forces the change and adaptation on the side of Somniac. We'll see how and if it comes into play in game number 2.
Yeah, now you see a little bit of that down back action coming in. Still going with the contest right there. And standing heavy punch, gets a small trade. Yeah, and this is what I'm typically used to from Travis Styles. Like just waiting his turn, looking for a way in.
It's totally different now, his demeanor, like in terms of like how he wants to pursue his offense. I think it's because Somniac's providing such a wall of normals and then throwing in with the scissor kicks as well to close the gap. He caught him right off the start with like what, a medium kick scissor kick? Look at how much more mobile Somniac is. Chasing Travis down. And he doesn't even have to chase him anymore. He's got such a hefty life lead, but he's still gonna keep going, and I like that.
I love the fact that he's using more of the standing heavy punch and Psycho Axe because he's just shaving that gray life down at this point. So getting up close and noticing that Travis is actually hitting buttons at this range, friend or not, you know like that's a bad idea versus Bison. So the fact that he actually challenged Psycho Axe in that first game is crazy. All right, stand light kick goes into the orb right after it. Activate off of the block sweep. Once again, Travis Styles going consistently to just backdashing to get out of range of the slide.
Do it again.
Another one. I'll bet you won't. Oh, he has no more.
He can't, unfortunately. Yo, what do you mean a stun already? How much does that KKB do?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The first off, the V trigger itself, that command grab does a bunch on the stun. It's not a lot of damage, but it does a lot on the stun.
I don't know, man. He had more than 50%. That thing just melted away after 2 command grabs and a stun.
Yeah.
That was impressive. We thought he was going to be passive the entire time, but as soon as that V-trigger activates, oh man.
As the meter gets the knockdown, I actually really like that.
Yeah, that route into the dashing dash route.
Because it keeps you still in dash punch range, right? And you're not. And if you try to jump, you're going to get clipped. Imagine if he was running V skill too. That means you're holding that dash punch right after.
Ooh. Balrog is such a sick character. Close to stun. Activate, you already know. Travis backing away. Oh, no punish on that, but I get it. That could have been a Psycho Crusher right after as a frame trap. Ooh.
Okay, all right. Crouch your medium kick to close out. No, you're definitely right on that, man. I also think that like he's so used to playing Balrog like this that like personally I think V-Trigger 2 is a lot better for this matchup with Balrog because you actually get the power up dash jabs. That means if you do get that knockdown or you make them block, what is he going to do outside of challenge with a button? And if you understand that you space it properly, only stand light kick is going to slow you down in any regard anyway.
Sure.
So that spacing is going to be that much more important.
So far, so good for Travis Styles, taking 2 games straight against Somniac, and a very impressive feat of using that V-Trigger to his advantage. It's so scary giving somebody like Balrog, who's like a pugilist professional, with like giving him a command grab alone is absolutely terrifying because he's got the frame traps that lead to giant damage. He has a great way of traversing the screen and closing the gap with those dash punches. I want to see Somniac kind of use his offense to overwhelm Travis's offense. We've seen what Travis can do on defense, right? But his offense seems to be just as competent. I want to see what Somniac can do to kind of smother him.
Oh, what a whiff punish. Okay, with the standing medium punch. All right, Somniac. I like that challenge with the crouchy strong. Raw sweep from Travis Styles. All right.
Those footsies.
Footsies, you son of a gun. Small checks in the neutral. There's that neutral jump again. And that's worked out. Like I talked about dash punches a little earlier in the preseason, and about how you can space them out with the neutral jumps. Thing is, if you have a scissors kick or a slide heavy in Bison, you can do the exact same. Crush with the roundhouse, that heavy punch. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh, the ball is so dirty.
Do it again.
Oh my gosh. Yo, Travis Styles. I bet you won't flick your hair after the win. Why is he wearing a jacket in the house? We got to talk to Travis about this, man. He's in the house, man. He ain't outside playing. Let's go.
I was going to talk about the seasons in Australia, but, you know, it depends. So either way, Somniac is, I feel like he does a great job up until the point that Balrog activates his V-Trigger. I feel like.
Well, that's like a part of the Street Fighter V like meta, right? Like how you work around someone else's V-Trigger and your own. A lot of players sometimes just use that as a way to swing the momentum. Some people use it as a way to come back, right? And then you have those players that will literally hold on to a V reversal to make sure they only have their V trigger to make that comeback. And I feel like all those ways give you different effects. Oh, wow. Knew that he was going to swing this time? Oh, my
do
God.
it again. Okay, maybe not after that target combo, but, you know, it's fine.
Cash up. Keeping that pressure as well. Travis Styles in trouble in his 3rd game. He's up around, big jumping. Oh, Albatross to get in. That V skill. Pushing further, back
a little bit off the mark, that throw. And you know what's crazy? The fact that Bison's grab range is just that much further out to get a whiff throw like that with the back throw. It's kind of silly.
You can say it's stupid. It's okay.
I mean, we've seen it since like day one. So.
Doesn't mean it's any less stupid, bitches. Come on now.
You know you're right.
No, but his throw range is definitely deceptively good. I mean, but he has a very like slow walk speed anyway. Having a little extra throw range ain't the worst thing in the world. But he has a 3-frame button. That's what I don't like.
Man, in and out of these ranges, Travis Styles a lot more movement coming on the side. Balrog, big. Okay, this is crucial. This is crucial. Getting that knockdown, getting the throw. What are you going to do to close the gap now?
Overhead.
Oh, no!
That's how you close the gap. Dash punch, activate V trigger. That's how you do it. Big jump in. Oh, you would have got scooped. Just like that. You actually would have got scooped. I would have scooped you again, bro. You was scoop central. Oh. See, he's reading the scoops now. Oh, that was sick. That was sick. The EX stomp to get over the dash punch. All right, Somniac getting one on the board.
Bison win.
So there's a couple things that I've seen from Somniac. A lot of the times he's doing these lights that convert into decent damage. Actually, let me take that back. So he's doing these lights into the cycle ball. A lot of it's not connecting because it's not going to be counter hit, right? He's doing light kick into light ball. He's not really getting much out of that. Even towards that last instance, he got low light kick, stand light kick into the cycle ball. That still gives Travis Styles another chance.
I was about to say, it's too many gaps in
at a
there.
win, yeah.
And we've seen him where he's willing to backdash in the middle of that pressure because he knows where the gaps are. That means if I'm Somniac, that means I'm definitely tightening up what I'm doing. I'm making my strings airtight because I know now that you're going to move. That's part of one of the reasons that setup work. After he did dash punch, he did activate, and he did standing heavy kick. Gets the crush because he tried to hit a button after it. And then right after that, he did EX armor because he knew he was going to try to assist. He's going to try to test him by hitting a button after the block round. So you can tell Travis Styles is actually evolving his gameplay as they go on. Somniac needs to make a change if he wants to bring this back.
There were so many examples that we see some of those strings happen, and then the opponent will jump out of those strings, and then the cycle ball comes out anyway. And those Bison players will get punished on the recovery of cycle ball. We've seen that time and time again in multiple instances. So again, as you said, Somniac needs to tighten it up and get some solid offense going. His defense, I think, is all right so far. The only thing he's been getting opened up by is some of the tricks that Balrog has with that V skill 1, right? The albatross and the overheads after a string, maybe into the low. That's the only reason why he's getting really opened up. And then, of course, V-Trigger 2 being pretty solid as well.
Yo, if you let him get close enough, you know he's going to spend it now.
But it's no longer the case here as Travis Styles switched it up into V-Trigger 1.
Yeah, 1's across the board for the trigger and the skill. 2 for Somniac over here. Challenges back with the EX dash punch. Stand medium kick to control that range. V-reversal coming from Travis Styles. He's going to keep this corner pressure. That's a normal throw. Oh,
no.
I like that. Very Smug-like with that setup right there, I must say. Stand like there's that orb setup you were talking about. Still gives Mr. Styles a way to get out of there.
Roxanne going forward throw, still keeping him in the corner.
Oh, great V-reversal.
And it gets rid of the cycle implant.
There's that needs to jump again, looking for.
Oh yeah,
scissors.
you already knew. That was coming out either way. Uh-oh.
I like the backup. V-reversal once again.
And it's so smart to do that during the cycle crusher too, because you're hitting Bison, getting him off you, going back to the neutral and getting rid of that bomb. 14 seconds on the clock, 1 touch away.
Back throw. Oh, okay. All right.
Dangerous. Dangerous.
Somniac getting the first round in his 3rd game. 3rd time he's leading right now.
Again, there was so many instances in that last round where Travis Styles opened it up with the jump and has repeatedly jumped in on Somniac. I have not seen him rebuttal with the anti-air just yet. Already stuck in this corner. Very, very similar situation from the last. Interruption with the light kick and the scissors.
Using that EX orb. Scissors kick once again. Oh. Skill. Just to try to get through this. He's getting up close and personal.
Oh.
It's scrambled.
On the other side, no sir. Anti-air with the stand medium punch. Double down with the roundhouses. No crush counters to be had. Just backing away outside of that scissor kick range.
Dash up. And again, a block scissor kick.
Double roundhouse. Tie bow on it. Really
The
blanks.
patience for Travis though. Travis has been holding down back forever. And that's what I was talking about, scouted from earlier. The jump back just to stop the slide back throw.
He did not get the counter hit conversion. Here comes trigger 2 Bison. The implant is there. What are you going to do about this? He's going to do it again.
Another one. 2-2. We tying the set. 2 for me, 2 for you. Okay. And you know this game has changed up a little bit because now you see Travis Styles doing a lot more down backing. There's a lot more blocking coming from the side of Travis.
I don't even know how I feel about that. I don't know. Like, his offense is great. He was doing just fine with the previous V-trigger. I don't know about the switch up, Steve.
I mean, personally, I'm in the same boat. But that's only because if you look at how it's kind of like boiling down now, like the gameplay is opening up for Somniac. Now he's getting a lot more hits, You were talking about at first how that orb wasn't doing it for him. Now he's actually doing like crouch short, stand short, let me get a throw this time. And that's opening up the game. The only thing is that Travis Styles isn't looking for it, so those 3 successful throws in the corner was a product of that. Took off the robe, all right. Gold chain, another thing that you definitely can't wear while boxing. That's why he got kicked out the league.
I feel
bro.
like a lot of the things that he's got on, first of all, the belts that he has are like made of solid gold. You can't do that. He's got like the dual chips in there. It's not like he's going to Duelist Kingdom.
It's got the dual chips.
He's got the star chips implanted in his glove. Stole it from Bandit Keith.
Round 1.
Nobody.
Fight.
Game number 5.
Oh,
Remember, this is best of 7.
oh the wrist.
Stood up. He was actually down backing and stood up to get hit by the slot. There's those jumps once again. Those could have been pivotal. If those were neutral jumps, that would have been big damage.
It's so back and forth right now. I can't even tell who has the upper hand sometimes, but Travis Styles again pushing Somniac towards his corner, clips him with a dash punch mid-air, trying to get out. Oh yeah!
Wake up, target combo, push to the corner. Another one.
do it
I can
again.
do it too. Tries to go for the jump in.
Look at the frame traps. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to tightening up that offense.
This is not looking good. Travis Styles still has the life lead. Oh no, too late for the V reversal. Life lead now just slightly in favor of Somniac.
V reversal lands once again. Interesting.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what's about to happen. These guys are actually just fighting. EX dash punch once again. Somniac with a small life lead in his 5th game. First round.
The V reversals have been on point for Travis Styles so far to kind of neutralize Somniac from further advancing that offense, but stuck in this corner. What are you gonna do? Look at him. So menacing, hasn't thrown out a single button yet. He's waiting for that right moment. Oh, but for what?
Okay, an official lead in the set goes to Somniac. One round in the lead. Mr. Styles, what are you gonna do? Your rebuttal.
I did like the usage of the V gauge there from Travis Styles when Somniac was in V trigger 2. He chose when to do V reversals, usually during the scissor kick, but that was only if he had the bomb in plan, because that gets rid of that whole thing, that whole gimmick of left or right mix-ups in the air. Because we've seen Problematic do that a million.
Oh yeah. Noggin.
Oh, the noggin!
Low. Oh. Trying to hold that corner, dash up once again, activate off of the standing medium punch. Oh, the
that was
jump
a
shoot,
bad
that
jump.
would have been perfect.
Didn't even press a button. Didn't press a button.
Somniac getting a little more comfortable in this set right now.
No whip punish on the cycle act. It's fine. There's the trigger on deck. Out of the corner from the jump, Somniac spending that bar once again for the EX side of it.
I like that. Chest with the jabs. Get off of me, bro.
Trigger's winding down on both sides. Not going to be able to utilize it. That's fine. Somniac immediately spending that EX bar again. That could have been a big throw.
Tries to go for the overhead. Says, nah,
interrupt.
man. Chill out. I like this. Now, he's definitely gotten away with hitting that overhead a few times too many. Somniac calls him out now, and he gets the lead in the set. It's 3-2.
I like that. That was a very interesting exchange. I wanted to say it was a little awkward when it comes to both of their V triggers winding down. They didn't have an opportunity to really abuse that mechanic for both Bison and Balrog. They were just kind of at a standstill. It was like, okay, we're a little bit too far away to kind of engage. I don't really want to risk doing anything like crazy on offense. You saw that with Travis too. I mean, when he's in a V trigger and he has V skill 1, he could kind of maybe like dash punch and get a mix up going, like force the blocks and whatnot. But it was some pretty good patience, I would say.
No, definitely some good patience. The down back for Travis is definitely not working out. And I feel like this is what Somniac is more comfortable with. He's more comfortable and more, used to fighting his down back style Balrog than he is the active Balrog. But it's still not made it too much easier for him to get in. It's like the active Balrog gives him the hits, but he's not ready for the confirm.
I always like the throwback outfit on Balrog, by the way.
I like a bunch of the throwback outfits, actually. I didn't know that I would care that much until I saw him. I was like I play Nostalgia Alex all the time. Like, that's it. Like, that's all I play.
I still do that with Ryu. Alpha Ryu, it looks good.
That neutral jump almost paid out something big.
Nothing following behind that series, which is pretty important, right? If you're gonna throw out a heavy button like that, I feel like you should at least have some sort of special move lined up as a buffer. From that far away, I think so.
Big jump in, Travis Styles. Overhead. He went right back to it. He just got stopped from doing it from the last game. He just went back in. Up the.
Woo-wee.
He's like, yeah, you stopped my overhead last game, but will you stop it this game?
Just keep doing it.
Do it again.
You only stopped it once so far. Ah, such a reliable anti-air. Stand, medium
punch, right?
It's so good.
Back and forth game.
Yeah, and remember you talked about the Bison matchup with Smug. Somniac was taking that neutral jump to hard. He was trying to catch Travis Styles committing to these dash punches, which he does just now.
As they jump back again. I'm always looking for you to do slide or like scissors. Like that right there, I'm up backing. I'm like, thanks, bro. Jump heavy punch. Interrupt. Dash punch. This time going for the low. No overhead. Neutral jump. Could have paid out something big. Travis Styles back to the defense mode.
I like that going air to air instead of just letting him run about with that jumper. Pressure.
Definitely thought that would throw.
Target combo, make it safe.
Dash up. Yeah, they're like swinging right now. Nice block on the Psycho Crusher. Yeah, he's just swinging. He's definitely just trying to find an open. He's trying to get him to freak out for a second.
Throw, nice break. Out of there. Okay, good.
Oof, wait a minute. This is getting out of control. Somniac. Travis Styles now with the lead in the forward throw.
Relentless pressure from Travis.
Oh, we got the set tie? We got the set tie? Okay.
When it comes to the meter usage from Travis, it's been very effective because it leads to a ton of mix-ups or these awkward situations where Somniac is delaying these techs. He's like, I don't want to tech this because sometimes I'm gonna get crush countered, and I just don't want to. I don't want to deal with that.
That heavy kick.
It's so good. It's so good.
I can tell you right now, Travis Styles definitely has like the Smug like reset where he's like, he knocks you down. He's like, I'm gonna dash up and wait a split second, heavy kick. He's been doing pretty consistently getting crushes on that, and then he switches up to the heavy punch because it has more range, and if they try to backdash to get out of it, it's still gonna clip them. Good choices all around.
All tied up, and I'm glad they're giving us a show, bringing it down to the last game. It kind of shows to what we were saying earlier. They're long-time training partners. I wouldn't expect it to not go down to the wire.
That's true. That's definitely true. And like I said, international talent for Street Fighter League Season 3.
I'm about it.
These are all potential people that you could be seeing later on in some capacity in Street Fighter League.
Round one.
All right, here we go. The final game of the set. Travis Styles on the left versus Somniac on the right. Balrog versus Bison. He's trying to get that pay raise, man. He's been asking for this from Shadowloo for some time.
He's like, bro, I do a lot of leg work here. Working at the casino, you know. I quit my job boxing to help you out, Bison. What do I gotta do to get a pay raise in this bad boy?
It's been too long. You gotta join a union. Oh boy. The Shadowloo Bad Guys Union.
CBU? No, what is it, CBGU?
Probably.
It's just in Bison's face.
I pay you in Bison dollars. What are you talking about? Check your direct deposit.
Zangief, you got paid?
It's BSD.
That was actually godlike.
That's nasty.
Yo, Travis Styles, earn the name. I definitely would have dash punched.
It's hard to though. Like you have to wait and delay that timing because of Bison going the other way.
Yeah, because of the side switch. Activate. Warp.
Psycho Axe jumping out of there, smart move.
I'm looking at Somniac right now, and he's just waiting. Trying to find, I mean, his life's really low, but he's in a good standing because there's nothing there. Set point coming up, Travis Styles trying to extend the set lead. I mean, and this is the overall set lead because these guys play pretty often.
This is definitely match point for Travis Styles, and I like that check from the dash. Just outside of that range, he's been looking for that range all set, I feel like. Trying to figure out how to punish these scissor kicks. Coming from the side of Somniac, forward throw. moving him away from the corner, using that EX ball once again. That's been his main combo starter, or excuse me, offense starter. Yeah, chase after it. Second wax incoming. What are you gonna do about it? Get him out of there. Get him out of there, Rock.
Oh, tried to get the roundhouse, not gonna happen. The heavy kick not gonna find its mark.
That's a low, nothing behind it. Repeats it over again. Here comes the target combo. This is where the mix-ups happen, Steve.
This is where the damage happens. Yo, Stoggle.
Safe jump. Empty jump low, and that's gonna spell the rest of the set. Travis Styles. It's lit.
It's lit.
It's lit. Straight up. Straight up. Travis Styles, man. Oh
I
my
get
God.
those dash punches every time. When that V skill 2 hits, Dempsey roll, dash punch time. No, it's not. Yo, shout outs to Travis Styles taking it over Somniac when it look. I guarantee these guys are still playing regardless of the outcome of this set. Still, nice back and forth set. We said before, these guys do play each other a lot. I've seen it firsthand. And the sets typically look like that, where they get to these very tense situations and it's all about, you know, who remembers what about the other person. Travis Styles, man.
Yeah, I kind of want to know more in details as he felt about the match going up against Somniac. So let's get, man, I'm still trying to not call him Travis Styles. Really, I really am. We have Travis Styles with the interview. Take a look.
I noticed like when I was trying to move forward more, I could never like sort of walk into his space without getting hit by a button. So I sort of stopped that strategy. I was trying to walk in, make him whiff a button, and then like walk in and like throw him or like do a button or something. But maybe Balrog's walk speed just isn't enough for those kind of plays. And I was willing to take every command grab that he'd do. Just like hoping that like come by like the later games that he'll think that because I've taken so many command grabs, I'm finally gonna jump. Like he's conditioned me. I'm just gonna not even play the mind game. I'm just gonna let him command grab me forever. But no mind game, mind game.
Travis Styles getting the W over Somniac. We were used to seeing this down back, you know, slightly aggressive Travis Styles. And like I said, I came in thinking that we were gonna see a lot of down back, but these guys have definitely played each other before, and going back and forth between that offense and defense, especially versus Bison, helped out Travis Styles. I mean, just a performance to go home with. He definitely has the lead in the set between these two. And once again, these are both Australia natives, so we will definitely be seeing them playing each other again soon. Yeah, shout outs to the Australia community as well as just Melbourne in general, because I actually love Melbourne.